Let's go. You know what time it is? I am the law. The DLC for JudgeSim. To my understanding, it's just a bunch of cases with no real stakes. Just making choices. Well, let's see how it goes. New game. Select language? Oh my god. This wasn't asked at the beginning of the game, was it? A lot of options. Let's go with English. I'm sorry, American. And your name? Alan. I don't remember the game asking me. Welcome to the I am the law mode. There are 30 new cases in this mode. Decisions made in these lawsuits have no consequences, allowing you to decide as you wish. You are the law. The cases are designed for role-playing, featuring moral dilemmas and true case references. You will earn $500 after each case. With this money, you can play Blackjack and Wheel of Fortune. We recommend this game mode for players who have finished the story section. Have fun. You know it. Alrighty. Were my pillows always purple? The music is getting fucked up. What is this? Don't come home for a while. I don't want to see your face. You've neglected us a lot lately. Your children are growing up without a father because of you. You've always prioritized your work over your family. Maybe you'll have a chance to think during this time. I'm sorry. Is this because I wouldn't buy you the car? God damn it. Well, at least Mittens is still with me. Let's get to work. Case 1. Oh my god, Thomas Harrison? Lee Fitzhugh? Fitzhugh, I think is actually supposed to be. Joseph Wheeler. Oh my god, it's Joey Wheeler! What the hell? Judge Allen back on the case, you know it. Alright, Joseph Wheeler, 38, male, no record, mental positive, national status. Thomas Harrison, 51, male. No criminal record, mental positive, national status. Lee Fitzhugh, 43, male. Same. Charges: aiding and abetting an offender. Details: in Block E of the Banana Republic prison, an inmate named Victor Young has escaped in recent weeks and has not been caught yet. As a result of the extensive investigation carried out by the police, it was determined that the person was provided with daily clothes from outside and that the locked doors were opened and exited the system. During the escape, it was understood that the individual would not have been able to escape without the assistance of the guards. In addition, it has been determined that the camera recordings of that hour have been deleted. As a result, the suspicious guards who were on shift at the time in Block E were detained. Joseph Wheeler's statement. Look, I don't know who deleted the camera recordings. We'll take turns monitoring the camera room during certain hours. I didn't leave the room at all except for urgent needs, and I never took my eyes off the screen. But the person I suspect is Lee. Because he called us to the prison's cafeteria for the donuts he ordered from the outside during the shift change. I think it was at the moment that Victor's door opened. Impossible for this to be a coincidence. Lee Fitzhugh. I didn't order donuts or anything. Didn't call no one. That was Thomas's idea. He told me that he wanted to buy us donuts to celebrate that his daughter had given birth. But he forgot his wallet and he said, you take the order and pay it. I'll pay you later. That's all I know. Besides, I don't think the prisoners will escape for this reason. Joseph may be disorienting the target. Thomas. I've been a guard at this prison for almost 30 years. I've never seen such a ridiculous event in my entire life. Obviously, there's a traitor among us. But I don't want to blame anyone, but Lee was always complaining about the money he received. He always talked about taking bribes, even if it was a joke. An imposter, I see. Hey, I don't have to deal with a funny box. It was used by the prisoners during escape. BA2 and D3. A2. A2 is used at 4:45 to 5 a.m. It was when Joseph Wheeler was on duty. At A2. B1 was 3:30 to 3:45. Joseph Wheeler. E. 5:45 to 6. Joseph Wheeler. The order of the donut order. Thomas Harrison, 8 a.m. None of them were used for the donuts. Joseph. That's pretty straightforward. Now let's talk to these idiots. You know the time when the prisoner escaped, Joseph? No, Your Honor, they had not shared this information with us. So why did you say in your testimony that the donuts were deserted at the time the order was made? That was just a guess. Not hard to think about it. Security vulnerability occurred there, all guards left the post. Saw Lee go to the bathroom while we were in the donuts, so he may have done whatever he wanted at that point. I'm just saying that. Lee, why do you think that Joseph is off target? Your Honor, I had heard that the prisoner escaped in clean clothes. In other words, someone from outside has to bring him clothes. These guards don't have enough sense to put clothes in a donut box. If they were that smart, they wouldn't be guards. Excuse me. I'm not sure if it was the day the prisoner escaped, but I'm sure it was that week. Thought Joseph brought new clothes. It's from an expensive brand. When I asked him why he brought these new clothes to work, he said, I'm invited to a party after work. You wouldn't get it, eh? Thomas, does the prison administration approve of you ordering from the outside in this way? Moreover, you left the post for a while. Your Honor, have you never crossed the street at a red light? We are all human, and we make mistakes. Obviously, this event was pre-organized and has nothing to do with me ordering it. Whoever told this story is obviously trying to cover something up. Well, ding ding. Thomas Harrison, not guilty. Believe it's you. Not guilty. Aiding and abetting an offender. Do I not have a law book anymore? Guilty. What should he pay for letting people out of jail? What should he do? Aggravated? Nope. Alright, Mr. Joey Wheeler. I'll give you 3 years for each. 9 years. For each count. Easy job, baby. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Draw me. Stay. Fuck. My money. Well, that's fine. Next case. Who are these goobers? Sidney Kirspy and Kevin Dean. Kevin Dean, 16 male, no record, mental positive, national yes. And Sidney Kirspy, 16 female, no record, mental positive. Murder. Abraham Bean, a 51-year-old mathematics teacher at Banana College Academy, was found dead in a vacant lot near the school. Abraham Bean's cause of death was determined as 5 stab wounds to his chest and abdomen. The statements of 2 students who became suspects the day before Abraham Bean was killed were used. Kevin Dean. It is true that there was an argument between our teacher and me. He insulted me in the middle of the class and couldn't swallow my pride and swore and left. But in no way did I intend to kill him. If I were to kill him, it would be old enough to hit that old senile in the middle of class. But I suppressed my anger and left the class. After I got out of school, I went to meet my friends and I was with them all day. Sydney. My visit to the teacher's office the day before was purely for questions. I think Kevin was the one who did it because when the results of our math tests were announced, our teacher was commenting on their grades to the class. When it was Kevin's turn, he insulted him in the middle of the whole class, saying things like, "You don't give a shit, you're too stupid for math." Afterwards, there was a verbal altercation between them and Kevin left the classroom swearing at a teacher. I'm a student who's very good at her lessons and loves her teachers very much. Why would I do such a thing? don't know, let's see what the evidence has. Time of death, 6:10, 4:10 p.m. 5 stab wounds to chest circumference. What? Oh. Messages found on Kevin Dean's phone. 6:17. Where are you guys? We need to meet urgently. It's important. 6:19. Max. We're at the usual venue. What the hell happened? 16:20. I'll tell you when I get home. Smeared everything on my face. 16:22. Okay. We're waiting. Messages found on Sydney Crispy's phone. 8A. Come to my room today with an excuse. 8:05. Don't text me when I'm home, but I don't want to go to your room. 8:05A. Well, then I'll upload the videos I took last time to the internet. I'm sure your family would be proud of you. 8:06. You did it by force, disgusting scum. You also said yesterday that if I came to your room, you would delete them. Oh. Oh boy. I'm a recording of Abraham's car leaving school at 4 p.m. Sydney Crispy. Well. Let's hear what you have to say. Kevin, did your teacher have a reason to insult you in the middle of class? Was there a different dialogue between you? He's a backward teacher who thought he could insult me for failing math. On your phone, you told your friends that we need to meet urgently. What was it you said you smeared on your face with your hand? Nothing to do with it. Tried to talk to a girl I liked at school today and I got too excited and told her some weird things. She was annoyed and finished talking to me and left. You said that the reason you went to your teacher's rooms was to just ask questions, Sydney. But that's not how it was understood in your messages. Can you explain the situation? I'm so ashamed that my family is here. About 1 week ago, he called me to his office and told me that I'd failed the exam and that he would prevent me from graduating. He threatened me and told me that if I did what he wanted, I could pass the exam. Then he harassed me. On the day of the incident, there was someone else in Abraham's car when he left. Was it you? Yes, he wanted to force me to take me home. I accepted at first, but after I got out of school, I was very scared and wanted to get off immediately. When I told him that if he didn't let go, I would call my parents and tell him everything, he was scared. He dropped me off near the school and I came home. Well, the only evidence that we have does point towards Kevin. Don't get me wrong, fuck this teacher. Fuck this teacher, man. At 4 p.m. She left at 4. He was dead at 4:10. Teacher was bad, but doesn't deserve to die. He's still human. Well, it depends on how bad he was going. Still human. Every person is still human. Some people do deserve to die. But, vacant lot. If you dropped her off during the school, the vacant lot near the school, I don't know. I don't know if they murdered him. I don't think they did it. We really have no evidence. No weapon. No images. Other than her getting out of the car. But we have no proof that either of them were armed. He said something weird. Kevin said something weird. We ain't got anything. There's no proof. So, not guilty. We can't prove it. Blackjack, baby. Let's go. Hit me. Stay. Fuck you. We go again. Oh shit, he's sitting on an ace. Hit me. 17. Fine, I'll keep it. Hey. Damn right. Alrighty. Good win. Next. Case 3. Stu Javiera. versus nobody. Stu Javiera sues Casper Emmerich for arrearing rent from Casper Emmerich, who he claims is his tenant. Defendant Casper Emmerich, plaintiff Stu Javiera. Stu Javiera complained about his tenant living on the ground floor of his two-story house. Stu stated that his tenant delayed the rent a day by a week. Also, they stopped capitalizing names. Interesting. Stu, who wanted to get rid of his tenant, called the police and asked for their help. Police came to the house owned by Stu, but when they knocked the door, no one answered. A police search of identity did not reveal a person named Casper Emmerich. Is he suing a ghost? He's suing Casper the Friendly Ghost, yes. Stu Javiera, who cited the lease agreement as proof, did not believe the results of the ID screening conducted by the police. After, Stu wanted to take the matter to court and sued a person named Casper Emmerich, who he claimed was his tenant. He came to me 1 month ago to rent my house. He had a crystal white face. It was almost like shining. He asked me to rent to the downstairs to him. He signed the lease and I gave him the key to my house. During the month that he used the house, he made almost no sound. Lights of the house, it was constantly burning. From time to time, I would see him and greet him. We even had coffee at his house once. The police tried to pass me off by arguing that there is no such person, but I do not accept this. Oh. He's actually here. Sorry, Casper, I didn't see you there. No digital evidence, wow. Coffee cups that the police found on the table when they broke down the door and entered the house. There's coffee residue in the cups. Then there's an agreement of renting. He's right there. I'm sorry, sir. Alright, Stu, why isn't Lieutenant Casper here? What do you mean he's not here? He's sitting right in front of you. Oh, so is your tenant here now? Yes, right in front of you, as I said. Are you kidding me? Alright. In your testimony, you said that you had coffee with Casper. When exactly did this happen? It was exactly 2 weeks before the rental day. I thought we got along very well. At first, I thought he had forgotten to pay the rent, but after a week had passed, I realized that he had been using my good intentions. I'll take what I'm entitled to. No one can use my goodwill. Right. Well, let's ask Mr. Casper a few questions. Mr. Casper, I know why you're a delinquent on your end. What nonsense are you talking about? You are going to pay my rent. What did he say? He's been in a different universe for a long time. He was going to pay his rent as soon as possible. I don't understand how he can make fun of it in such a serious environment. All right. What universe were you in, Mr. Casper? Siberia? What is that place? Wait a minute. That spelling of Siberia. It's an old-ass game. And a book. Wow. I think I'm thinking of Siberia, the point-and-click adventure, I think is spelled with an S. S-Y. How's this judge supposed to take this case seriously? Well, I mean, you gotta get your information. I couldn't quite hear it. What did he say? He's trapped in a universe called Siberia. The cybernetic systems in the universe did not allow it to pass because he could not identify itself, but it did not seem very convincing to me. Got it. Thank you for helping. What if this dude is being haunted by a fucking SCP? It is signed. Welp. What's the verdict, Judge? I said this guy needs to get help. Alrighty, money, blackjack time, baby. Max out. All the foundation. That's goddamn right. Easy. Easy blackjack, baby. In the day, he's for... What the? That's Raftalin. Lilisol Yoko versus Adele Fragile. What are these names? The FBC Foundation, anyone. Lilith Aliulo sues Adele Fragile for damages, who she claims was at fault for turning her car from the roundabout. Lilith Aliulo was driving her vehicle when she tried to enter the roundabout, which has 4 entrances from the 3rd entrance. Prior to that, Adele Fragile entered through the 1st entrance. Lilith Aliulo did not notice Adele Fragile coming from her left as she entered the roundabout and crashed into Adele Fragile's vehicle. The report was made with the police officers who came to the scene, and Adele Fragile was found to be right. Lilith Aliulo, who sees the situation as unfair, is worth $4,500 to Adele Fragile. She filed a lawsuit for damages.
I looked to my left and right to enter the roundabout. No vehicles were coming, so I stepped on the gas, and at that moment a vehicle appeared on my left. It was coming too fast to put on the brakes all the way. I couldn't stop even though I pressed it. Then I bumped into her. The police arrived at the scene and we filed a report. Since I found out I was all at fault, even though I told the police about the incident, she didn't even care about me. Filed a lawsuit to seek my rights.
As I was turning from the roundabout, a vehicle appeared on my right. It was coming too fast. Even though I suddenly slammed on the brakes, she hit me. Then the police came and a report was made. I was right. I already knew I was right. Found out that a lawsuit had been filed on my behalf. Situation will not change. I'll be right again. Yep. Adele was already going. Lilith all pulled out in front of her. It's pretty easy. Yeah. She's already going. Yep. Seems pretty easy to me. Adele is right. She'll win again. In your testimony, you said you were looking to your left. Shouldn't you have seen the vehicle coming?
I looked intently to my left. I'm always careful not to encounter such situations. There was no vehicle coming from my left, I'm sure of that. It being out of nowhere, it was coming very fast. That's when I noticed the vehicle too late. Even though I hit the brakes, I couldn't stop without hitting the vehicle.
Adele Lillisall said she was driving too fast. What do you think about that? I strongly disagree. I had a very stable speed when turning from the roundabout. If I was already too fast, I wouldn't be able to turn. Well, if you were going slowly, why didn't you stop when you saw the other side? I tried to stop, but they were so fast that I could only stop by bumping into her. Yep. I mean, this is pretty easy. No payment. Oh, Adele's name has become Adele Friggig. No payment. Ding ding. You're at fault here. To the casino. All my money on blackjack, baby. Let's go. The undisputed fucking king. 2 blackjacks in a row on an all-in. God damn. All right. Next case. Case 5. Oh my god, it's Queso. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Case Woe. And Tyler broke. That Tyler won? Case Woe, 26 male. No record, mental fine, national fine. Tyler broke, 30, no record, mental positive, national fine. Insult and beating. Case Woe asked for the fries to be remade at Burger Queen's in the mall he went to because it was too cold. According to the allegations, Case Woe, who complained about the fries that came later and argued with the cashier, was handed over to the police by mall security for verbally and physically assaulting the cashier and the duty manager. Lee Fraud. Oh my god, imagine being named Fraud. Queso was freaking out when he saw this. I imagine it. It's always very fun to see a cameo. It's always a good time. Alrighty.
He didn't say anything about fries when I took his order. I also entered the order into the system. The preparation of its products is not my task. When the order was ready, he asked for the fries to be replaced, and I told this to my colleague in the back. After a while, I gave him the new fries. He thanked me and went to his table. Within 1 to 2 minutes, he came back again and started complaining about the fries and asked me to change it again. So he called my manager and they started talking. After a while, a fight began between them.
I heard my salesperson and a customer arguing, so I walked out of my room and headed to the cash register. After I understood what the situation was, I came to him and started talking. They told him to calm down, and when I explained that we had already changed his fries and that it was not possible to change again, he got angry and hit me a few times. I don't remember the rest. I fainted, and when I woke up, the police came and took him away. Is this the point where I admit that I don't know what queso sounds like?
I was very busy that day. I didn't have a chance to eat, and I was really hungry, really stressed because I was really hungry. I placed my order, and when my food arrived, my fries were freezing cold. I requested a replacement. A few minutes later, they gave me hot fries. However, the moment I put the fry in my mouth, I spat it out.
He's kind of a deep voice. He spat it out because it had an excessive amount of salt on it. But now we're crossing over with Tyler and Brooke. They spat it out because it had an excessive amount of salt on it. When I asked them to change it again, they said they couldn't do that. At that moment, a small argument began between us. Then a store manager came over, and I didn't like the attitude they had. When they started insulting me, I lost my composure and insulted them back. This brand was one I liked, but now they've fallen out of my favor. Imagine being named Fraud and Broke, right? Damn. There's one piece of digital evidence. A voice record. We can't keep replacing fries for you over and over again. Judging by your weight, it looks like you've already eaten enough, so don't drag it out any longer and go back to your seat. This is my right as a customer. These fries are inedible. I will complain about your branch. Don't just complain, go home crying, fill out the online customer form and send it to me. How about I fart in a jar and send it to your home with a form, asshole? I thought that said sounds of farting. I was like, goddamn. Well. The only case I saw from the DLC. Well, let's hear what they have to say for themselves. Case woe. In addition to insults, there are rumors of violence. What do you have to say about that? Oh, goddamn. Your Honor, I did not physically assault anyone. I told the manager that he had to change the fries again, and he insulted me by saying things like, "You can go home crying and fill out our online customer form and send it to me." I could not remain calm in this situation and insulted him in the same way. Then he hit me, and the incident was taken to the police station when the mall security arrived. You're the alleged perpetrator, Mr. Tyler. What is your defense? Your Honor, in the shock of the moment, I said in my statement that he hit me. In fact, there was a brawl between us. I can't exactly remember who hit who, but I am a respectable manager. I would never insult my customers. I'm very clear about that. Well. So you started the fight. You insulted him and started the fight. I'd say case woe was in self-defense here. This seems pretty easy. Mr. Woe, I rule self-defense. Mr. Tyler, $500 fine and like 6 months of public service. You know what time it is, baby. It's all in time. 15,500. Ah, shit, they have an ace. Draw. Stay. No! My money. Gone. In an instant. Gone. Up to heaven. Gone away. Well, my luck had to come to an end at some point. 2 blackjacks in a row, it was only fair. Case 6. Marcus Maidson versus Lara Longerhorts. It's quite the name. Alright, let's see what we got. Marcus Maidson gets into a car accident because of the slogan, the energy brand company, the energy drink company Bad Bull. Oh boy, Marcus Mateson crashed into a tree while driving his own vehicle. Marcus Mateson claims that he was distracted by the slogan on the energy drink and crashed into a tree on the side of the road. Immediately after the accident, he filed a lawsuit for compensation against the company that produced the energy drink called Bad Bull and demanded compensation for his damage. In this case, Bad Bull Energy Drink company attorney Lara Longerhordes is present. First of all, I must point out that the sole culprit of this accident is that stupid slogan of the energy drink called Bad Bull. While driving, I reached for the Bad Bull energy drink in my car's center console to take a sip. It had a strange design, and I kept my eyes on the road. The writing on it caught my attention, and at that very moment I was driving on a winding road. The stupid energy drink had never hit the brakes written on it. I knew I needed to slow down, but this message confused me. Instead of hitting the brakes, I accelerated and crashed into the tree in front of me. Whoever came up with that slogan is going to pay for this. Although we were very happy that our slogan is interesting, I thought that there is no one who does not know that such slogans have a metaphorical meaning. But unfortunately, there is. I'm sorry he crashed, but we're not going to pay for it. Indeed, yep, never step on the brakes. Never brake. Pedal to the metal. What is your defense as a company, Ms. Lara? First of all, I would like to say that we are sorry for Marcus for being in this situation, but I don't fully understand why Marcus is angry with us. What would you like to say about the claim that the slogan of your company's energy drink can encourage consumers to behave dangerously and therefore cause an accident? We produce energy drinks, as the name suggests. That's not the figurative part. It's called energy drink. But our slogan is designed to attract attention, and it's clearly figurative. If anyone thinks that our slogan is dangerous, I would like them to look at the slogans of other energy drinks. They will probably never consume energy drinks again. Seems like my cat wants out. Don't worry, I'm coming to free. She didn't want out, she just wanted my attention. Meow. 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 You're right, this guy does look like he's about to jump us. He's so mad. Mr. Marcus, can we get your thoughts on this? Of course, Your Honor. I forgot my voice, but this is my new one. First of all, I should point out that the energy drink I consume does not give energy. On the contrary, it also takes your energy, but that is not our topic. In my opinion, the slogan of the energy drink is only responsible for my accident. I think you'll agree with me. Do you think that every driver who reads the slogan on an energy drink will end up in the same situation as you? By this accident, any driver can do it. Always drive carefully. The slogan should be removed as soon as possible before it harms people more. I also demand payment of my expenses. Well, in my humble opinion... Whoa, 4 choices. Don't remove the slogan and don't cover any expense. Don't remove the slogan, cover expenses. Remove the slogan and cover expenses. Remove the slogan and not cover expenses. No. It's not their fault. He's so tapped up on my laptop and he's yelling about reading. Fucking reading. I also hate letters and books. Alright. Blackjack has burned me. You know who never will never abandon me? Banana. Sorry, I put it on melon. Banana. I believe in you, Banana. Banana failed me. Banana's a cheating whore. I'm going back to work. Just like my wife. A7. Oh my god, is that Miles Morales? Oh, I'm sorry, it's Miles Ashby. Miles Ashby, age 17. Yes, with a criminal record, mental positive, national, yes. Sexual harassment. In recent months, there has been numerous reports of sexual harassment from residents of the Belmont area. In this report, some of the young girls between the ages of 18 and 25 living in the area said that when they went out at night, an adolescent boy dressed as a superhero nicknamed himself Sliderman followed them. According to the statement, Sliderman approached them at night and claimed that he was a superhero and that had some super abilities such as throwing a net. Insistent on proving this ability, Sliderman told the young girls that if they came to a secluded area, he would show her his net throwing ability, and if they did not come, he would follow them. He sexually harassed young girls by leaving his own sperm on them after taking them to a secluded area. As a result of the intense police patrol in the area, a young man wearing the described superhero costume was detained. I witnessed an old beggar. I saw a young man in a red costume with a girl enter a narrow, dark street. It was quiet for a few minutes. Then the girl came up to me screaming and running. She told me she was being harassed and asked me to call the police right away and ask if I had any wet wipes or a veil. I didn't understand why, and she didn't tell me anything. I think she wiped away his tears. That's all I remember. Eager witness. In the evening, a teenager boy in a costume came to me. He said he was Slider Man. He told me about his superpowers and that he could throw a web far away. Of course, I didn't believe it at first, but he said he could prove it. We made a bet on this. He told me not here and showed me a quiet place. When we got there, he told me that he needed to focus for this to happen, and that I should close my eyes and wait quietly. I know how stupid that was, but the bet that he got in return was huge. When I opened my face, all I saw was him holding his disgusting penis and looking at me. Of course, he ran away immediately. If I see that disgusting brat again... I don't know what's going on here, but I'm innocent. Everyone asks me why I'm out in costume. I was invited to a cosplay party at my friend's house. This is also my favorite costume. What could be more natural than that? What do you backward boomers make of cosplay? We make art here. I haven't harassed anyone and I don't need to. I have a girlfriend at school. Please don't darken the life of an innocent teenager. We have teenage? Or do we have DNA, rather? Eyes staring into my soul. Mental health is not negative. Well, maybe. Slider-Man. Descriptions of the victims of the incident as Slider-Man. What did Slider-Man look like? Victim 1. His face was masked, and so I couldn't see him. But I could tell from his voice that he was a teenage boy, and I think he was holding glasses in his hand. Victim 2. He was black, with curly and fluffy hair. He was an adolescent boy. He was tall and skinny. He wore glasses. Victim 3. I couldn't make out exactly in the dark, but I distinctly remember that he was black and wearing glasses. When he took off his glasses, he couldn't even see in front of him. 4. Imagine a skinny, tall, adolescent black kid. I can't remember your hair, but I can't forget his glasses. The boy had devil eyes. Advanced myopia. Alright, so he's got extreme nearsightedness. Shame that we couldn't get DNA results off that one lady. Well, Miles, it's either your eyes are severely impaired. Why don't you wear glasses? Doesn't that bother you? Look, please, I was just cosplaying. You can't punish a person for wearing a costume. Please answer the question, Mr. Miles. My eyes see just fine. I can even see that ugly face of yours. You can easily see this number that I made with my hand, right? 8. How the fuck do you... Sorry, I'm an idiot. I thought he was making the actual, like, symbol of the number 8, and I was like, how can you do that with one hand? And I realized he's just holding up 8 fingers. Please disregard me. Yes, 10? No, 7. Well. Sorry, bud. Ding dong. You're going to jail. 12 years. I don't fucking know. Ding dong. I don't know how much serial sexual harassment should get. I don't fucking know the law. I'm making up numbers here. Banana spurned me. Maybe Cherry will give me the fate I desire. Come on, Cherry. Cherry is the chosen one. Cherry would never betray us. Not like Banana. He's 8. What the hell? Gallifatosti. Is this a reference? Well, anyway. Galiev Toasty, age 58, criminal record, positive mental national status, yes. Malicious wounding, multiple planned murder. The Zodiac Killer. Over the years, there have been many unsolved murders in the Banana Republic. There is a serial killer who claims to have committed 37 of these unsolved murders and introduces himself as Zodiac. The Zodiac Killer sent letters with newspapers with coded messages with detailed information about the murders they committed. Some of these cryptic messages have been deciphered and confirmed that the Zodiac Killer committed the murders. In the deciphered messages, it was understood that the killer's purpose in killing people was to collect slaves for himself when he goes to heaven. In one of these encrypted messages, he said that he hid his name and threatened to continue to commit murder if the newspapers did not publish these messages. Some of the Zodiac's attempted murders failed, and some of the victims stated that they saw the killer's face clearly. These victims were asked to draw faces in separate shapes and were found to overlap each other. In the following period, many Zodiac reports were made to the police, and the usual suspects who resembled the facial drawing were detained. Galiev Toasty, a retired soldier, is among these suspects. On the day of the murder, he was reported to the police by his family, who saw him enter the house with a bloody knife. During a search of his house, some animal carcasses were found in the refrigerator. The DNA test on the letters did not match Galley's. However, the police who focused on the possibility of other people dictating the letters continued to investigate. I love to kill, but not people, but animals. I am engaged in hunting. In my free time, I hunt wild animals in nature. I'm a bit of an old-fashioned guy, I know that. But that's my hobby. It reminds me of my military days. This is also the reason for the animal corpses you found in my house. I don't have time for puzzles or anything like that. You can't just blame the murders on me just because you likened it to a drawing. I know my rights. Got a point. I got left by the Zodiac Killer in the letters, it's madness combat. Inscription left by the letter that was the killer that was decrypted. I love to kill because it's so much fun. It's more fun than hunting wild animals in the woods. Because man is the most dangerous animal to kill. This thing gives me a very exciting experience. The best part is that when I die, I will be reborn in heaven, and the people I kill will be my slaves. I'm going to give you my name, but you have to put some effort into it. This is my opportunity for you to prove that you are smart enough to hunt me. My name is what? Letter which you claim to have provided the killer's name in cryptic form. Why does this guy look like a Mob Psycho character? Why does this look like a Mob Psycho reaction phase? This dude works for Claw. DNA found in the letters. Red, yellow doesn't match. The letters and the DNA in the letters does not match him. But the actual sketch of the real person, probably not. I'm getting my notebook. This is damn close to the sketch of the actual Zodiac Killer. It's obviously inspired, but I don't think it's supposed to be one-to-one. Let's see. You know, before we continue this, let's actually talk to the guy. On the day of murder, your family saw you come home with a bloody knife in your hand. How do you explain this? Your Honor, I have already said that I am engaged in hunting. When this serial killer was constantly featured in the media, my family became paranoid. I go hunting almost every day of the week. On that day, I hunted a beautiful pig and skinned it. I brought the knife home and washed it. My parents don't want me to be involved in hunting. They don't want dead animals in the fridge either. They probably deliberately made this report to me. But it worked. I'm not going to hunt anymore. At least for a while. Why were you hunting a pig with a knife? Why would you skin a pig? Weirdo. Alright, let's see. Back to work on this. Gotta be some kind of cipher, right? I don't know any of them off the top of my head. You know what I want to know? The victims have clearly seen his face. They say so right here. Why don't we bring them in to look at him? Why don't we do a lineup? See what we get. I don't have time to figure this out. I'm my old military days. Why would hunting remind you of your military days? Does it say it's him? I mean, it's a pretty safe bet. He starts off his statement with the exact same way. He talks about it being more fun than hunting. I think it's him. At least I don't care if it's not. Later, idiot. The mystery of the mysterious seriality has been opened. The mystery of mystery. Oh. Okay. It's been opened. Cherry would never steer me wrong. Let's go, Cherry. Cherry, you whore. I'm leaving. Alright, case 9. What the hell? Delilah Engler, Charlie Engler, Trevelyan Tarquin. What a fucking name. Versus he who shall not be named. Cheating on a quiz show. Defendant Charlie Engler, plaintiff quiz committee. Charlie Engler, a retired soldier, participated in a quiz show. During the competition, Delilah Engler and her friend Trevelyan Tarquin were with the audience and they were watching the competition live. The contestant used all his jokers in the first 7 questions of the 15-question contest and completed the competition with a prize of $1 million by answering the remaining questions correctly. Suspicions of cheating during the competition have increased. After reading the questions and answer options allowed by Charlie Engler, he changed the wrong options he chose with a sudden decision according to the coughing sounds coming from the audience to the right option. He also confirmed the decision with a coughing voice on the questions he was undecided on. Based on the reports of the competition's engineers and computational biologists, a lawsuit was filed against Charles Engler, Delilah Engler, and Trevelyan Tarquin. Coughing sound was recorded 192 times during the competition. Charlie Engler. I didn't hear the coughing sound at all. I was in the middle of the studio where the competition was taking place, and it was right there. And I was sure that there was no sound coming there. I didn't cheat. I won the contest completely by virtue of it. Delilah Engler. My husband won the contest, and he deserved it. The reason why I coughed during the competition was due to an infection in my throat. Trevelyan Tarquin. The only reason I was there was to support my friend. I didn't have any activities other than watching the competition. I don't even know why I'm testifying. I don't know why I'm here. I'm lost. Sound records. First audio recording. Yes, a good history question came up. You're running out of time, Mr. Charlie. I think it's option B. They've given up on my opinion, option D. Option D. What's your answer, Mr. Charlie? I think it's option C, but I'm not sure. Option C is my final decision. There are 2 pieces of digital evidence. We need more than that, than those 2. The other cases of him switching from, like, staying on the C or switching from B to D. so that we could put together a pattern. Anyway, do you think it's normal for your wife and friend to cough so much and every cough just before you respond? I also focused on the questions that it was impossible for me to hear a cough. So why did you feel the need to change your answer at the last second every time you answered the questions you were sure you had the answer to? As I said, the questions were easy, but I was careless. Every time the correct answer came to me at the last second, and that's how late I was in changing my answers. Lila, when you notice that your husband is stuck on the wrong answers, you allegedly warn him by coughing. What is your defense?
Oh, wow, this is not at all what I thought you sounded like. I have a chronic cough problem, and as a result, I cough excessively. This has nothing to do with me helping my husband.
I can relate. Speaking of which, there we go. If you have a chronic coughing disease, why haven't you coughed once during your time here?
I've noticed that too. It'd be because I'm stressed. I think stress is good for my cough disease.
You'd be stressed there, wouldn't you? I guess you have a chronic cough problem too, or am I wrong?
Like any human being, I can cough. I'm aware that I coughed a lot during the competition. This is because the seat I sit on is very dusty. I could literally feel the dust in my throat.
Are you stressed right now?
Yes, I'm a little stressed.
Maybe stress is good for me. I wish we had more. Is of a real game showcase where there's someone in the crowd that coughed the right answers? Oh yeah. People try to cheat it all the time. Is it just me, or does this dude look like Kim Kitsuragi? From a video game that I've never played, but I know some about. A little bit. Maybe it's just the glasses. One, he is lying about not being able to hear the coughing. You totally could hear the coughing. Why the music stop? I wish we had more examples. I thought you had hair. Decided to refund or does not need to return the money. Wish we had more examples. Yeah, give it back. Too sus to me. Alrighty. Wheel of Fortune, baby. Strawberry's my new friend. Don't fail me, Strawberry. God damn it. Aren't you glad that I didn't pick banana? Case 10. Oh my. Patrick Wilson versus Ed Varon and Lorraine Varon. The Varon couple who recently bought a house from a real estate agent called Conjuring Houses want to return the house. There's one piece of digital evidence. Why are you telling me that here? Newlywed couple Ed Varon and Lorraine Varon recently bought a house they liked from a real estate agent called Conjuring Houses. The Varon couple after moving into the house claimed that some paranormal events had occurred and wanted to return the house. However, the real estate agent stated that these claims were not true and refused the return, leading to the matter to be taken to court. The Varon couple stated that some items were moved in the house at night and they heard some noises. They claimed that they record these sounds with a sleep tracking application. In addition, the couple, who stated that they often felt that someone was watching them in the house, had a test on their mental health, and as a result, no mental illness was diagnosed. The house they bought. According to past police reports, it was the home of a widow who committed suicide. The Varon couple. At first, everything seemed normal. Initially, some of our belongings were going missing or changing places. I didn't think much of it because we believed we were just tired from the moving process. After a while, we began hearing some noises at night in the house, and we thought they were coming from the rats inside the house. But then things started to take a terrifying turn. I saw that woman for the first time while I was taking a shower. The bathroom was filled with steam during the shower. As soon as I wiped the steam from the mirror with my hand, I saw that woman behind me. Her face was purple and her eyes seemed to have been dislodged. There was a large rope mark around her neck and her neck was crooked. I immediately screamed myself out, but Ed didn't believe me at first. One night while he was sleeping, he said he went to the kitchen to drink water. He said he felt someone's breathing on the back of his neck as he drank water in the kitchen. At that time, we both understood the seriousness of the situation and that the noises in the house were not caused by rats.
All we needed was proof. I also thought of apps that record sounds while you sleep. I downloaded and installed it. When we heard it in the morning, we were horrified and immediately decided to sell the house. Our lives were in danger, but the real estate agent didn't believe us and accused us of fraud.
This couple came to me and told me that they were looking for a secluded house. I know people like that. First they investigate and find a house with a dirty past. Then they claim that they have experienced very bad things and bring the incident to the media and become famous. Then they write a book and multiply their money. We should not believe this kind of nonsense. I've also listened to the audio recording they recorded. We are now in the age of technology. This is all an assembly. They may even have artificial intelligence to do it.
That's true. My dad feels like paper. He's on 3 different blood thinner medications.
Yeah, that can mess with you.
Even my... Oh my god, someone is giving the right answer.
This is based off the Amityville horror? Running by the name being Conjuring. And Ed and Lorraine. I'm pretty sure this is The Conjuring. Sale contract. Both mentally healthy. They are digital evidence. Is that it? Is it over? It's still going. Huh. The Amityville horror is all bullshit. There was a murder, but there was never ghosts. Yeah, ghosts aren't real. That's kind of the thing. Alright, let's see what we got. Ms. Varen, why'd you tell the realtor that you were looking for a secluded house?
We wanted to live a simple life away from the city.
You know that before you bought the house, the former owner of the house committed suicide?
Of course not. What are we, psychopaths?
You ever had someone at home tell you about the woman you claim is watching you, Ed?
Not easy to explain the situation to people, Your Honor. They can instantly declare you crazy. We also received our report as a precaution before filing the lawsuit.
Mr. Wilson, according to the law, a household effectively can be returned. Why didn't you accept his extradition, Mr. Wilson? Your Honor, it's no fault of the house. They're making it all up. In addition, when he accepts the extradition, such nonsense will be spread by word of mouth. Unfortunately, there are too many people that believe this nonsense. The price of this house will drop by half and I will lose a lot of money in an instant. It will not be possible to sell it in a short time. For this reason, I did not accept it. Well... Sorry, ghosts don't exist. Whap whap. Orange, you glad I'm picking orange? Orange, orange, orange. Come on. Fuck all the other fruits except for you, watermelon. I don't know about you yet. You're cool. Orange and watermelon. Question, in fact, why they never called the police? Yeah. Case 11. Charles Wanson. AC. 41 male. Obviously has a criminal record. Forming of a crime organization aiding and abetting a criminal incitement to murder. The gang, popularly known as the Wanson family, which committed a series of murders, was busted thanks to the gang members who confessed. The gang members who confessed said that the ringleader was Charles Wanson himself. There are at least 12 murders known committed by the Wanson family. Among these murders, there is Anna Wachowski, the sister of the Wachowski siblings who are the producers and directors of the recently released sequel, Matrix. She has been brutally murdered. Damn. The Wanson family has displayed the murders they committed in a savage manner and left behind satanic remnants. It is claimed that Charles Manson would drug people he found on the street, bind them to themselves, and command selected individuals to kill in the most savage way possible while giving them knives. I didn't kill anybody. Killing is a choice. You have to respect people's choices. I'm sorry. Holy shit. Inscription, Death to Pigs was written in blood, draws attention. If you're not gonna give me an image of that? Confession of the confessing gang members. Our leader, Charles Manson, was the one who told us the murders we had to commit. He was talking about starting a war. He used to say that if we commit these murders and blame them on others, there would be a war and orphans like us would be victorious in this war. He would show us some symbols to draw on the murder sites, and of course he would give us a lot of drugs. Most fucked up cult leaders. Definitely one of the most infamous ones. What do you say for yourself? What do you think people find in you? Why do they go after you and do what you say? Even if it's brutally murdering a human being. Oh. Damn, I'm sorry, I didn't know you were chill like that. I'm a new person. Are you pretending right now? Who among us isn't pretending? Aren't you acting right now, the judge? We are all in a role. People don't just pretend when they kill someone. They can't. Because people's fear grasps the reality of that moment. Why did you kill the famous director? I didn't kill anyone. My friends and I were sitting one day smoking some herbs. So I told them about how bad the new movie The Matrix was and how it betrayed the franchise. I may disparage the director a little too much. My friends got pumped up and went and raided the director's house. And broke into everything in front of them. The lesson we should take away from this is that don't disparage the director while you're under the influence of drugs, and directors don't make sequels after many years have passed. Well. You're fucking out of here. Later. He danced in the trial. What the fuck? Let me break it down for you, Judge. Type shit. Alrighty, anyway. Aren't you glad that I'm going to the casino again? Aren't you glad that it was banana? Betrayed by everyone. Case 12. What the? Bernard Holm versus Reese Burke. It's the Joker. Infringement lawsuit filed against the famous game studio Rapstar Games. In the past months, the trailer of the long-awaited game BTA 6 made by famous game company Rapstar Games has been released. The trailer that made a huge impact worldwide has broken records. Bernard Holm claims that his appearance was used in this trailer without permission and without compensation. Bernard Holm demands that Rapstar Games pay him $1,350,000. Representing the Rapstar Games in this case is the famous game company lawyer Reese Burke. You're all aware that I don't look like a normal person, right? This cannot be a simple coincidence or an ordinary mistake. They are deliberately trying to use me without paying me a single penny. The company that I'm talking about is a billion-dollar company. If they had come to me and offered me, I would have gladly accepted it. But they chose to exploit me instead. I've already heard that they exploit their own employees by forcing them to work overtime, so it's become their company policy. Someone has to stop these people. These allegations are completely unfounded. So far, we have not used any brands or names. Instead, we have chosen to adapt them. There's absolutely no violation of the law. Our 3D modeling team may have made a simple coincidence, or they may have wanted to make a subtle reference. Some game companies also make such implicit references. For example, they recently used the new Judge Simulator game with changing our name. We didn't see anything wrong with that, and we didn't file a lawsuit. Yet. Looks into the camera. Hey, what is the evidence? Definitely inspired, but it is not you. This is the Florida Joker. Yeah. Didn't this guy get interviewed by Channel 6? Was it Channel 5? I don't remember. Turned to Zoo Rockstar 1,000 times as a character. Oh my god, this is real. Hear what they have to say. When I look at your photo here, I see that you have changed your hair just like the character in the game. Did you do this to look more like the character? Your Honor, I don't need to look like the character in the game because it is obvious they were inspired by me while making the character there. Mr. Burke, what would you like to say? Your Honor, just as Mr. Holmes said, inspiration is not a violation of rights. No reproduction has been made and no name has been given. For this reason, there is absolutely no violation of rights. I agree. It's a reference, it ain't you. Nope. Ding ding. Get the hell out of here. Alright, the casino has burned me. Case 13. Rafael Belasco versus Ann Caney. Repeal of the new enactment that is the City of Broad Hill is introduced. Defendant Broad Hill Counselor, Plaintiff Animal Rights Association. Recently, there have been numerous reports of stray animal incidents in the Broad Hill area. In these reports, it has been stated that stray dogs have particularly attacked people, destroyed wildlife, caused various traffic accidents, and attacked other pets. It was said that some people in the vicinity were feeding these stray dogs, and in order to prevent this situation, the animals were asked to be collected by the municipality and euthanized. In response to this situation, the municipality of Broad Hill implemented a new enactment and started to collect the animals. However, the Animals Rights Association reacted to this situation and took various actions and sued the municipality to annul the decision. Ann Caney, Animal Rights Association lawyer. We are the reason why these animals have become what they are. We have destroyed their natural environment. We have made them dependent on us, and now we choose to kill them easily because we no longer need them. The municipality doesn't want to sterilize them because it's an expensive method. It's cheaper to kill them instead. This is completely contrary to humanity. It's also a crime. Do not be complicit in this crime. Rafael Belasco, Broad Hill Municipality spokesperson. Look, this is no longer sustainable. We can't deal with this by neutering animals. They reproduce very quickly, and it's very difficult to prevent this. Our streets are not safe. There are hundreds of reports of attacks every day. At night, our children cannot go out safely. These animals have now become gangs and have become real dangers. The main thing here is the safety of human life. They care a lot about the animals. They can take them and take care of them in their homes. But we will stop this now. There are no animals on the street. This is important for their quality of life. They live in very bad conditions on the street and die under a car. What evidence we have? Oh, damn. I think I got fucked up. 4,731 cases for dog attacks. Holy shit. I know this is a parody of a real case. I imagine most of these are. Alrighty. Mr. Belasco, why do you prefer to euthanize animals instead of placing them in shelters or neutering them? Your Honor, we do not get enough budget from the government for this. With the current number of animals, it is necessary to build a lot of shelters. As we build them, their populations will increase even more. Sterilization is unfortunately costly for us, and believe me, it will not be a permanent solution. It's just a temporary solution to save the day. Finally, I would like to say this. If we don't euthanize these dogs today, we'll have to do much more than that in the future. Ms. Caney, what is your proposed solution to this issue? Your Honor, they find the money for whatever they want, but when it comes to animals, they say we don't have money. Killing can't be the solution. This is primitiveness. We are a developed country, parentheses, exclamation mark, parentheses. We can solve this problem without killing animals on the street. Their lives are not less valuable than ours. And we must not forget this.
We cannot solve this problem as long as there are people who buy animals to satisfy the momentary whims of their spoiled children, and to then throw them out irresponsibly. Those who bring animals from abroad for breed dogs and trade in this business, and people who cannot take care of their pets and lose them. And we must not forget this. We cannot solve this problem as long as there are people who buy animals.
You just said this.
In other words, instead of killing animals as a priority, we should educate people.
Well, I don't disagree with you there, but we have to figure out a current solution for the problem. We have to find out a solution for the current problem, which is,
almost 5,000 attacks.
I don't agree with you. That is the actual long-term solution. But we have to figure out how to deal with this. Right now. Linbar, she really is. What are our options? Continue the implementation? Why can't we do both? Why can't... What the... Oh, I pressed enter on accident because I was trying to get a piece of hair off my keyboard. Why can't we both work towards sheltering and sterilization of some of them, the ones that are compliant, and then euthanization of the ones that are violent? Why can we not do that? I don't know. I'd say the current enactment is too broad. It affects too many animals which should not be killed. That is my decision. Case 14. Oh, 1 second. Sorry about that phone call. All right, what do we got? Hector Shitmill. That's an unfortunate name, and Kerrigan Rish. That's not real. That's not real. Hector Shitmill, the tattooist of the famous boxer Pike Myson. For Pike, the same tattoo he designed is different from the posters of the film production company called Corner Gloss. Suing the Corner Gloss company for damages on the grounds that someone used it on it. This needs rewritten. I did a thing, you put sunglasses on Angry Weeble. Mike Tyson, no, obviously Pike Myson. Completely different person. Film production company Corner Gloss is about to release a new movie trailer and their posters were hung up. Hector Shitmill, who first appeared on the posters while he was on a walk, noticed a tattoo on the side of the leading character that appeared in the poster and attracted his attention. It is noticed that the tattoo was on the main character's face was identical to the tattoo designed for Pike Myson. A $2.5 million lawsuit against Corner Gloss has been opened. Kerrigan Rish, an attorney for Corner Gloss, is involved in this case. Hector Shitmill statement. Sometimes I really feel like I've been made a fool of. I can't imagine how they can use the same tattoo that I designed for Pike. They really think that they're the only ones who were smart. Because everything has a price, so does it. This is a very important issue for me. They should be punished. Kerrigan Rish. The tattoo we use is entirely our design. We couldn't understand why Hector was acting so aggressively. In our opinion, Hector is after cunning, but we are not easy prey. He needs to know that. Look at this loser. Look at him, point and laugh. Alright, there's Pike Myson's tattoo. Tattoo of the actor in the movie. It is very close, but it is not the same. It is very obviously inspired, though. Alright, let's hear what they have to say. The director said in his testimony that the design of the tattoo was theirs. What is your opinion on this topic? The tattoo is entirely my design. You've also watched Pike's boxing matches. This tattoo is one of his most characteristic features. You have Conclude they can definitively prove that the tattoo is your design?
Of course. I designed that tattoo specifically for Pike. The reason why that tattoo is so characteristic is because it has sharp lines. If you pay attention to these, you can easily understand that the tattoo was stolen from my design.
Mr. Kerrigan, may I have your thoughts on this? Of course, Your Honor. As I mentioned in my statement, the design of the tattoo is entirely ours. It may be slightly similar, but that doesn't mean it is exactly the same. Like Dyson S. See, the things where it gets me most is where it curls away here. The bam right here. That's pretty obvious. But it has the same design here. On the inside of the curl. I think it might be too close. I think it might be. Ding ding. Get fucked. I rule in favor of Hector Shitmill. Alrighty. Case 15. Last case for the evening. Carolyn Lauren and Matthew Pesci. That's a very round man. Carolyn Lauren, 37, female. No record, mental positive, national yes. Matthew Pesci, 44, male, no record. Mental positive, national yes, fraud. It has been noticed that a person working at Banana Republic Reserve Bank has prepared fake documents by accessing customer information without permission. Using the prepared documents, she informed the customers that there were some problems with the accounts that they could safely transfer their money to the new account number they would provide. It has been determined that the email account used is a fake email account that imitates the official account of the bank. After the examination of the emails sent, 2 employees became suspects and their statements were sought. Matthew Pesci.
Well, I've been lurking as a cybersecurity specialist in this bank for 12 years. I've always been honest and hardworking. I have no idea how the end of these accusations came to be based on me. I make my analyses and inform my authorities about the issues I find open in the system. I do all my work during working hours, using the computer allocated to me by the bank, and all of them are registered. I am innocent.
Carolyn Lauren. PR. I have been working at the Reserve for 4 years as an individual customer supporter. I call and inform my customers about campaigns and opportunities. I do this completely in accordance with the assignment from my superiors, and it is all documented. How can I be accused of fraud? And Ashley Leary.
PR. I work as a retail customer supporter at Reserve. I didn't know Matthew very well. He was always distant to me. But about 1 month ago, I felt that he was constantly trying to communicate with me, and I liked his interest. A couple of times, we went to the bar for a drink after work. In these meetings, what he was interested in was not me, but the work I did at work and what kind of policy I approached customers. I was very frustrated that he was talking to me about work even outside of work, and I told him I didn't want to continue the call. Carolyn and I have nothing but business friendships. Lately, she has been complaining about the slowness of her own computer and coming to me to do the work she needs to do for my computer.
Frank Lev. We forwarded the system records of our bank to our police friends. People who will work on the system can only make transactions with fingerprints at the entrance and exit. I hope this will be useful to you in resolving the process. The person who tarnished the name of our bank and stole our customers' money will be found as soon as possible. Alrighty, let's see what we got. Sent by Reserve Bank to be pilot. So, security of deposits held in the bank. I'm contacting you regarding your $105,000 deposit in our bank. Due to a Trojan recently uploaded to our mobile application, a breach has occurred in our systems. Please transfer your funds to our secure account listed below to ensure the safety of your information and deposit. After this transfer, the interest applied to your deposit will remain unaffected, and any lost interest will be credited to your account within 3 to 5 business days. Matthew Pesci, 8 o'clock, log into the system. 918-735. Yep. 812, checking for vulnerabilities in the bank's mobile and website. I can break those cuffs, you can't break those cuffs. 945, information sent to the administrator about the vulnerabilities found. 1002, no data log found. Deleted. Isn't he the administrator? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 1225, log out of the system. 918-735. Carolyn Lauren, 805, log in. 844, communicating campaigns with customers from the manager. 1123, documenting feedback from customers and reporting it to the manager. 1124, logging out of the system. Ashley Leakey. 1126, system login. 1141, download the list of clients with deposits over 100,000. 1145, transfer of the downloaded document to another unit. 1146, document transfer completed, recipient user 918735. 1145, system log out. 1001, 1002. Damn, I was hoping it would match up better. With a no data log where it's deleted. I was hoping it'd match up better with this. It doesn't. Well, let's see what we have to say. When we look at the documents provided by the bank, we see a range with missing data in your system. What do you have to say about this?
These and other meaningless errors are constantly happening in the system. Our task is to make the system better by fixing these vulnerabilities. I know it doesn't seem like it, but it's pure coincidence.
As your colleague, how do you interact with customers? Is this also a coincidence?
Your Honor, since I work mostly in the field of security, I was curious about how customers are communicated. It's all because I'm curious about what other employees at work are doing.
You said that your own computer often slows down and gives you problems. Why didn't you reach out to the relevant outlet for maintenance when you were using your friend's computer? Ms. Lauren.
The last few weeks have been busy in terms of work, and it was necessary to have a computer, albeit slowly in this process. That's why I used to ask my friend when I had urgent work.
Were the documents you downloaded while using your friend's computer also related to your busy work schedule?
I have not downloaded any documents, Your Honor. Maybe I forgot to log out of my system and Ashley downloaded it using my account.
John Pesci? Yeah, she logged in. 624541 her. Yep. 624541 logged in. Transferred a document to him. Log out of the system. Yeah, I think he did it. I don't know if she was also working with him. Carolyn. Her computer's moving slow. That is often indicative of a virus. Yeah, I think he did it. Carolyn, I believe you are innocent. Matthew Pesci, I believe you are guilty. You stole a lot of money, so pay that back. Serve, I don't know, fucking 4 years in jail. I don't fucking know. Anyway, let us make one last go. That blackjack. 9. 16, stay. Hey. Every time. Alrighty. That will be it for JudgeSim for the night. Finish the other half of this later. Oh boy, oh boy.